Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Han here, and it is absolutely great to see you here tonight. Tonight, I'm very, very excited to have Cindy back with us again to share her
Yes.
awesome story with us again. And she loved to play with the Google effects every time.
I
Every
think
time, it's
it's
awesome.
fun. I get to be a pirate.
Yes, and she's gonna be something else in the next minute. But she's gonna be here, share a brand new way to cure the app blindness on your website, and this tool of she and her team come out with is really get the attention. Once she doing it, you'll be like, oh yeah, this is a genius idea. So you want to have it as well. So I'll be very exciting about that. But before we get into all this excitement here, let's kind of learn how Cindy got started with internet marketing. And most importantly, what did she do exactly to achieve the level of success that she has today? So, Cindy, without further ado, please take over the mic, share your very inspirational story here.
Hey, it's so good to be back here, Han. It's always a pleasure to catch up with you. I actually started internet marketing about eight-ish years ago, and I started it by a complete accident because what happened was my husband and I, we were like really broke, and because my husband was a pastor and he was studying theology, so he was a student, and I had two kids at home, and so I decided to go to university and become a school teacher. And I was about halfway through my degree when the doctor called me into the office and told me that I had breast cancer.
Wow.
And yeah, my kids were like 4 and 6 at the time, so it was really full on. My family are amazing and super supportive, but it was really hard on all of us. And it's difficult for me, yeah, difficult for my head, just because at the time, all the doctors were really amazingly helpful and stuff, but they really just take over everything. They tell you do this, have chemotherapy, have radiotherapy, have a lot of surgeries and stuff, and it was all to save me, but I felt completely out of control, and I had a lot of sitting around time, so I decided to create a website, which was a membership website. I didn't even know what that was at the time, but I Googled my way around into creating a website, and by the time I actually started making money with that, which was a surprise to me, but the whole, like that, when you first make your first $10 online, it makes you just, I don't know, do you remember the first, what was the first $10 that you made?
I was ecstatic when I first. I think it was my first sale was actually to Amazon, and believe it or not, and that's my first affiliate sales. Was like, wow, this thing really works. You know, it was only like maybe I think it was only like $6 of a commission. I think somebody bought like $40 from. I don't remember exact the item, but I was jumping up and down. But the unfortunate thing is I can't explain to people around me what the heck is happening because like, it's hard to explain internet marketing to anybody. I was up and down. I was jumping up and down, very exciting. And now both you and I are making a lot more money now. But we always remember that first sale, isn't it?
It is, and it's amazing because it's such. I mean, it was $10, but for me, just that experience just turned a light bulb on inside of me, and I just became just so excited about the idea of, because it sounds really lame and really cliche, but because I was living in Australia, I literally did wake up to have made money while I was sleeping. So it sounds really tacky, but for me it was just so very exciting. And by the time the doctor said, because I was doing chemotherapy and all of that for the cancer, and by the time the doctor said I could go back to study, I was actually making about $100 a week, and for me,
oh, wow.
that was pretty cool. That was really cool, and it wasn't a ton, but it was enough to show me that you could make money online, and I wanted to give that a go because it really excited me. The idea that I could work from home, work my own hours, and yeah, and then it just really snowballed. I ended up partnering up with two amazing guys, John Merrick and Soren Jordanson, and those guys are mega geeky and just incredible at what they do. And so together we created a few products, and we did some really cool stuff on ClickBank, and different software products, and then we've recently, about the last year and a half, we've transitioned over to JVZoo because we just love that crowd and creating WordPress themes and plugins and that kind of thing. And we've sold a lot of those lately. It turns out we're really good at doing WordPress stuff.
Yeah, you're one of the top sellers on there, so you show a lot.
Yeah.
You even receive JVZoo awards from the other meetings.
So exciting.
Yeah.
And I still can't believe it because I haven't had any professional training. I dropped out of uni. I basically am just learning everything as I go. And I like to encourage people because there is so much information out there now that you really can pick up, like, listen to HanFan's webinars and interviews and stuff, and you pick up so much, and then just apply what it is that that you're learning.
Right. It's the fact it's not lack of information. It's quite the opposite. Too much information, right? So, and another problem that I think most people facing was taking action. So my question to you is very interesting. Is when you have doing your therapy and healing process, most people were just probably laying in the bed hopeless, but why did you pick working on internet marketing? Well, and I think in somewhat a magical way, it actually helped you heal as well, right? Because you're more happy, more excited.
Yeah, you just mentioned how it can be very easy to get information overloaded, and that pressure's always been there. But in a way now, it is a lot easier to get started. To get your first website online, it's so much easier than it's ever been. I mean, creating a WordPress blog, it's like a 2-minute process now. You just click a couple of buttons, and if you've never done a WordPress plugin or a WordPress theme or blog before, it's actually easier than ever now. But sorry, I've forgotten what the question is. But I just wanted to make sure that
you forgot my question. So anyway, so my question to you is, I think I can only ask you, a lot of people in the interview is, most people, when they in your situations, and especially during your healing process, they probably just focus on the sickness itself. They don't have a second thought to work. Hey, let me work on a business here. So what was your drive? What was your internal drive? Was it you just bored, trying to get your mind off the sickness, trying to do something here, or are you actually trying to? I don't know. What was the inside? What was the drive?
It's got to be. I think it's just a sanity thing. Because I needed to do something that I needed to do something productive, and I felt I could control. Because I don't know. It felt like a challenge that it sort of felt like always a faraway challenge, like running your own website seemed like something that full-on geeks do, and I didn't really have a geeky bone in my body. I'm pretty geeky now. I've sort of absorbed a whole other geek. But the fact that you can, that I could just go and I had a lot of sitting around time because therapy was exhausting, physically exhausting, and just every.
Are you there, Sandy?
A lot of running around and stuff.
Are you there, Sandy? I lost you for a minute.
I think you've frozen.
Yeah, we froze for a minute. Okay, you're back. I think.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so okay, cool, awesome. So to kind of knowing what you're knowing today, with all the success and all the failure you had in the past with internet marketing, would you please give us some, really solid advice for someone who just starting out with internet marketing? What are the actual steps they need to take right now to at least point them to the right direction to be successful at this?
You're phrasing a little bit.
Am I breaking up? Are you there?
Punching the internet.
Are you there? Sandy? Are you there? You're freezed.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Are we back to normal now, or you think?
I think. Oh, fingers crossed. I punched the internet. All right.
I can edit all. So my question to you, to repeat the whole question again here, is to kind of knowing the up and downs during your internet marketing journey, especially in your situation, what would be some of the top advice you can give to someone who just starting out with internet marketing, so they can get maybe same level or even more successful than you are? What would be some top solid advice they can do it today to ensure the success journey with this internet marketing?
Okay, basically do whatever you can to really define what it is in your mind that you want to achieve. So for some people, it is maybe you want to run a 7-figure company. Not everyone does, but maybe that's really what you want to do. And if that's what you want to do, then you need to really define that and work out what it is that you want. If for you, it is, you want to have an extra day off of work instead of having to do the commute, you want to be able to work from home a day. You need to define what it is that you want to achieve before you can move on to actually getting it. And then once you decide what it is that you want to do, you just need to work out how it is that you're going to get there. So for us, we've worked our asses off, and this isn't, we have a lot of flexibility. Am I allowed to say asses?
You just said it. Beep.
I just saw your face.
It's all right.
For us, we all work really hard, and we do have a lot more flexibility in our lifestyle than what other people do if you're going to work. But it still does come down to having to work. So yeah, so you find out what it is that you achieve, and then you set towards it. For us, it's creating products, and that's how we make a majority of our money. We create products, and for
you're creating awesome product, not just any product.
Awesome product. Right? People just love it so much, and we just do our best to do the best that we can. Yeah, our team's incredible. And then. Yeah, but it's basically just finding out what it is that you want and then setting up plans so that you can actually achieve that. And then just being very, very mindful that, yes, there are going to be a ton of pressures that come in and try and drag you away to different things, but staying focused and keeping your eye on the prize is like the most important thing that you can do.
Okay, so to kind of summarize what you say here, just kind of recap here, is you have to have unshakable goals. You have to determine what you want to go in life. And a lot of people have a problem just to kind of know what you want to go in life. Not just internet marketing, but so you always want to set goals. And then the second part you need to have is having a very, very good and tireless work ethic, right? So nothing's gonna come without any work. So you got to be ready for work, and you will need to put down the time and money and the effort. And the third thing you need to be doing is staying focused, which I have problem still these days, staying focused. And if I had to guess, you have too. So, but you gotta keep reminding yourself, stay focused, do what you're best at.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about the exciting thing we're here for today, and that is, like we said here a little bit a moment ago, that we said that, hey, it's so much easier to have a website up running now, but not every single website that's up running getting that high conversion rate or get even a single click-through rate to the things they want. So I think it mainly due to because all these sites almost look the same now, or ad blindness, or the ads look the same. People are really, really trying really, really hard to get those attention of the visitors, to get that click, to get that opt-in, to get people buy something from the website. And you and your team has come up with this brand new concept and brand new idea here to get that done. So it's something very, very fresh. Would you mind to kind of share that with us today?
Yeah, well, like you're saying, like if you have a website, it doesn't matter how good it looks. If people aren't clicking, if they're not like opting in, or if they're not like actually clicking on the stuff that's going to make you money, then it's not really worth anything. And even if you have like the most beautiful site and you have thousands of visitors on your website a day, if they're not actually taking action and buying stuff and clicking on what you need them to do, then it's really useless. So yeah, what we did, we put together a plugin that really kind of takes advantage a little of what Skype has done to ingrain that whole attention grabbing thing that we do with Skype. I mean, when you have, if you're just working online or something and Skype pops up and it's somebody phoning you, chances are you'll answer it. You'll at least look at it. If it's someone that you know, you'll probably answer it. Yeah.
I know I did.
I don't always answer it. Depends on if it's someone that I know and someone I love.
Right.
But most of the time, because we're so used to friends and family phoning us, even if it's someone just out of curiosity, I will answer it. And that's what we've done here. The plugin itself actually allows you to put a Skype, it completely mimics Skype. So a Skype box will come up and it looks like someone's phoning you and getting your attention. And then what we've done, and it's kind of it's really, really tricky. If you click to answer it with the plugin setup, so you can actually choose whether to send it straight through to a Skype call. So if you want to, you can have the pop-up come up. A customer will click on that, and then the plugin will phone your Skype. So you will actually have a conversation, a live conversation, and very powerful for offliners if you're doing one-on-one marketing, anything where you need to actually have one-on-one clients. You can do direct calls. Otherwise, if you don't want to actually take a call, but you still want to benefit from that pattern interrupt of grabbing their attention, you can send them to any page you like. I actually have a demo. Can I show you the demo?
Why don't we just kind of show them that? I think that'd be get the point across more effectively. I think.
Yeah. All right, I'm talking a bit here. Let me go on the screen share thing. Yeah. All right. So now I can see you. Let me flick over here. And now this here is a demo, and this is what we're going to have on the sales letter. So as you can see, this here is just our sales page, and here you can hear the mimicking, and you can hear it looks like a proper Skype call. Now if we just ignore it for a minute, it's going to go away. So do a little dance to yourself to the Skype thing. Now if I don't want to answer it as a visitor of this, it will go away eventually. I think there we go. It'll go away, and it does that. You know, like when you don't take a call. I tricked you before, didn't I?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, there we go again.
So now it's back, right? So I'm going to answer this, and when I click, it takes me to this page, and what we've done here is set it up so that it actually looks like a Skype video chat. And you can put in any video here, or you can just link them to any page, and it looks exactly like Skype. So yeah, you can do some really, really tricky stuff with it.
Oh wow, this is I never seen this done before like this. This is very, very interesting.
Well, yeah, it's very it definitely grabs people's attention, and like we were talking about with pattern interrupt kind of thing, taking people away from just expecting to see a regular website or a blog to grabbing their attention with something that they're familiar with, something that they relate, connecting friends and family and actual FaceTime with people really does grab their, it adds like a personal touch to your website, but it also just totally pattern interrupts their asses off.
So the key is, I think, let me unclick. The key for this is two words: pattern interrupt. I mean, we on the internet. There's a million things competing for our attention. Your visitor is only one click away from leaving your page, right? At all time, because this is just the truth, you know. They say you have only one impression to make that first impression, but you also got only one click away to leave your page. All that traffic you're working very hard for, it does not good if they just one click away, leave right away, right? So so to cure that, either use this tool or some other tool. You do what we call pattern interrupt, you know. And Frank Kern talks about that a lot, and how he uses pattern interrupt. That's why he's sometimes purposely shooting videos at beach and you know, doing all that, because he wanted using the pattern interrupt. And I can clearly see this tool, what you just demo here, it does that perfectly, right? I mean, I was I was not expecting the second window pop up like that, and it was really really cool. So let's talk about if I got this tool right now, Cindy, what would be some of the actual use of this? Let's talk about that a little bit here.
Well, there's heaps of applications. I think probably the easiest one to do is just to you can set it up so that it just redirects to an affiliate link. So you can, like, once someone clicks that link or to do whatever action you choose, you can just send them straight to affiliate traffic. So that's probably the easiest one. Something, if you're a bit techier, something that some people who have been demoing this have been trying out, and it's been working really well, is to set up the affiliate page that they're sending traffic to. So for affiliate marketers, they send to an iframed link. So they send to the website that they're promoting, and then if the customer decides to leave, they pop up that conversation box, but make it look like it's a Skype call from the product creator. So they can do that and then redirect the traffic to a bonus offer, which will basically close any on the fence kind of people. So it's a little bit tricky, but it's pretty cool.
So that replaced the typical exit pop-up, right? That's kind of like,
oh yeah,
that will get more attention than the
absolutely.
sometimes the stupid text like, well, click yes to close your spot and no to continue on this page is kind of like.
Right. I mean, if you're on a website and then you get a Skype call from the actual creator of the product,
it must be something important here, right? You get immediate reactions like, hey, that's the product creator. He's calling me. What's up?
Right.
Let's check it out.
And then you just get them to a bonus offer. So yeah, that's a pretty tricky one. For offline business, if you're doing offline stuff, you can buy a license, and I'll talk a bit more about what you get with the license. But you can create and develop products for offline businesses. So you can go and approach like a plumbing business, and what you can do, and it's really, really powerful, is configure it so that when someone clicks on that call link, it actually calls the plumber's Skype account. So they actually take the call from the conversation from the customer. So you can actually send them one-on-one clients picking up the phone and talking to them. People that are wanting to place a booking for, a holiday or dining or whatever, or make a hairdresser appointment or whatever. You're actually sending them clients, and it takes 5 minutes to set up, and they can send them a ton of traffic.
The lawyers, the accountants, the people have no boundaries, of their service. Like the plumbing might be only can physically drive to that location, have certain physical boundaries. But the people that has no boundary, like if you're CPA, you can pretty much do tax any state in the USA. They're going to be really benefit from this because they are going to get in the clients they wouldn't getting from other states. Because most people, CPA only think, well, I can only do, I'm in Kentucky, so maybe do taxing in Kentucky. What they don't realize, you're missing a 99% client in other state who need to send servers as well. That's where you, as smart internet marketer, can jump in there, set up a quick plugin like in 5 minutes or less, and charging a huge service fee for it, right?
You can even set it up as like setting yourself up as the middleman. So you can set up, let's go to the plumbing thing, right? If you've got someone that shows up on a plumbing website and they need help, you could be the person to take the call, and then you find out their location, and then you can refer them to local business. So, I mean, you could be the middleman in that situation, or refer them to whatever it is that they need. But yeah, there's a lot of applications for it.
That is, my brain just kind of ticking here. So let's talk about, so we talk about local business here. We kind of talk about touching base on affiliate marketers here. Let's talk about people like you, product creators. How do they use this? Are you there? Am I lost you again? Andy? Well, I lost Cindy, so I'm just here waiting to see her to come back. Cindy? Cindy? You freeze? I can't see you? Hey, Cindy, are you there? I don't think you're there anymore. You want to exit out and click that link again if you can hear me? Rejoin.